A cheeky question. Both of you might have heard of or watched the Homeland series, right? Which somehow portrays Pakistan in a very interesting light. So, how do you feel about the real country, the real people, the real culture, and something which is a figment of imagination? So, how do you both look at the homeland and the true country itself?
So I've never actually seen the series, although I did download it, and I, there's a lot of downtime on a mountain when you're acclimatizing, and there was the BuzzFeed thing, which I think was absolutely hilarious when they took it apart with the Pakistan comedian. But like any of them, one of my Everest climbers was a Saudi, and we would have some fun because he would leave and say he's got to watch West Wing because the Saudis were going to blow up the White House or something. So, there's oftentimes been jokes, where, the Middle East knew that they were in trouble or, on some, Western media program, and so. If you were educated about those areas and you knew better, you could have a joke about it. But ultimately, it's not a joking matter because if you're not educated, it can play badly in the Western media. Because like we were talking about yesterday at the conference with the Congress, the Western media does portray countries like Pakistan in a poor light. And if that's the only information that Westerners get about that country, and it's not just the press now, it can be entertainment in Hollywood,
indeed.
Like a series like Homeland, then suddenly you think, oh my God, these are the bad guys.
Yeah, Eureka, I found something fascinating.
So then it's like, we don't know anything about that country except these are the bad guys. We don't know anything about that country except Osama bin Laden was killed there. We don't know anything about that country except terrorism. And then they don't know anything except it ends in a stan, and Pakistan and Afghanistan, and then Americans don't hear the first part; they just hear the last part, and all of a sudden everything's grouped together, and they're all evil, right? It's an axis of evil, and it's in the Middle East, and then there's just negligence and ignorance, and nobody takes another step to learn anything more, and. I think it's important as ambassadors who've visited a country to try to differentiate. That's why I make the point of saying Indo-Aryan, not Arab. And to say, no, they speak Urdu, they don't speak Arabic. And, to really try to differentiate, and pull Pakistan out of what people think of when they think of the Middle East in however many different ways and shapes I can, so that Americans who are lazy sometimes in thoughts, and my British compatriots can start to differentiate where I am in the world and who I'm with.
Excellent. That's something, quite an endeavor, I think. It's a hard work to do, in fact, but it's appreciated because most of us are lazy and would like to take things as they look like, as they are in the media or on the headline or in the breaking news or something are in James Bond's latest movie or whatever. So that are in Rambo, whatever. So how do you feel about it, Cynthia? What's your...
Well, no one, to build upon what we're talking about, lethargy, nobody wants to take the cognitive path, that's less traveled. It's easier to just sort of see something and, someone's formulated an opinion for us, to absorb that as opposed to actually think critically for ourselves. And And in terms of Homeland, it's intriguing, it's entertainment value, but if you rely upon a Homeland for that being a reality series or a series based on so-called reality, then I bet you're watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians for foreign policy.
Well, no, that's more realistic then.
And there you have it.
Why?